Congress has just days to reach a compromise on immigration enforcement reforms before funding lapses for the Department of Homeland Security. But Republicans and Democrats are still far apart on key proposals. Natalie Brand has the latest from the White House.
Sources tell CBS News Senate Democrats submitted draft legislation to Republicans, but so far it appears the two sides are still very far apart on some of the Democrats' key demands.
The ball is in the court right now of the Republicans.
Facing a Friday deadline, Democrats and Republicans on Capitol Hill appear far from a deal on immigration enforcement reforms after federal agents fatally shot two U.S. citizens in Minneapolis.
Either they're going to agree to dramatically reform the way in which ICE and other immigration enforcement agencies are conducting themselves, or they're making the explicit decision to shut down the Coast Guard, shut down FEMA, and shut down TSA.
While there's been bipartisan agreement around requiring body cameras, there's pushback to other proposed changes, such as prohibiting masks and tightening rules around warrants. The Trump administration has relied on administrative warrants signed by immigration officials, not judges.
I want to give law enforcement every tool they need to go out and apprehend these convicted criminals that are loose in our community. To me, that makes a lot of sense. Why you would want to shackle your own law enforcement from keeping our community safe makes no sense to me.
The standoff on Capitol Hill comes as a new internal DHS document obtained by CBS News is shedding more light on the backgrounds of those arrested.
The document reveals less than 14% of nearly 400,000 immigrants arrested by ICE in 2025 had charges or convictions for violent crimes.
We're focusing on the criminals, we're focusing on killers, but ultimately they all broke the law. Some can, if they do it in a certain way, they can go out, they can come back.
The document also shows nearly 40% of those arrested did not have any criminal record and were only accused of civil immigration offenses.
Tomorrow, the heads of ICE and CBP will go before the House Homeland Security Committee to testify. Then they'll go before the Senate panel later this week. They were called to testify following the public backlash to the immigration enforcement operations in Minnesota. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.